Alright, you guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be doing a few things. As you can see, I got my truck in the garage here. We're going to be doing another oil change on it, but as well we're going to be installing. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I'm going to be installing an easy oil drain valve today. One of these guys. So I'll put the links down on Amazon where you can get this. On some cars you can just get the valve on the Ranger since it has a recessed oil drain plug. You need to get this adapter for it so it can clear that recess in the oil pan. So I mean it weighs pretty good amount, it's hefty. So, and it's got double Teflon seals in there for good sealing and whatnot. And one of the things I was worried about was this opening up while I'm driving, but it actually has like a little lock, so you actually have to push it up and then rotate it. It's spring locked in there. So double O-ring for seals and everything else. So good stuff. So I'm going to be doing the exact same oil change with the oil that's in there already. The Pennzoil Ultra Platinum right here. Love this stuff. And the always trusty AR9100 from Arch Oil, as well as what the truck should have, a Ford Motorcraft oil filter. And for the 2.3, the part number is FL910S. You can get these at Walmart for like $3, so very little money. And that's my premise with all filters from Ford. Whether it's air filters, seal filters, oil filters. They designed the truck to run on that filter, so why risk contaminating or damaging your vehicle for a few dollars more or, less than what they're going to charge you. So, yeah, so especially after opening up one of these and opening up a Fram filter, huge quality difference. So, after that, I'm never going back to another one except Ford. So, yeah, I just let the truck run for about 10 minutes to get the oil nice and loosened up and all the debris, if there is any, all that stuff in there, suspended in the oil. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so here's your drain plug, and that's what I meant by recessed. So it's a 13 mil, and let's go ahead and get this broken free here. Now this is one of the reasons why I'm replacing this with the easy oil drain valve, so I don't have to keep doing this. I can just open up a valve now. It'll be a lot easier. Just like that. And I mean, the oil color is not bad. I'm just doing this because in a little less than a month I'm driving all the way back up to Idaho again. So, as you guys are familiar on this channel, before that drive I do all of my preventative maintenance. So, I'd much rather do it here than on the side of the road. So, and then I'm going to scoot this. So I love this oil drain pan. It's a 24 quart capacity I got from O'Reilly's. Worth every dollar because I can drain my oil and do the filter at the same time. So, and then for the Motorcraft filter, at least, it's going to be a size D oil filter wrench, or you can just get the pliers style. Alright, and now we're just going to sit here and wait, because I want to try and get as much oil as I possibly can out of this pan, so, as usual, so, yep. But, yeah, note on this Arch Oil, so, I run that stuff in all of our vehicles. I run it in this, obviously, a Mercedes C-Class, W204, and a Hyundai Tucson. And I just changed the oil in the Mercedes last night, and his oil color was black after only 3,800 miles of driving it. And did some research, and it turns out that's because it cleans out all the carbon deposits of your engine extremely well. And when you fill up, like with a lot of cars, when you fill up his oil through the oil fill, you can see his timing chain, cam, sprockets, all that stuff. And I mean, it looks like a brand new engine inside of there now. Even inside the oil filter bowl is just spotless clean. So, you know, I showed, because it's his car, I showed my dad that, and he was absolutely blown away by that last night. So, you know, and plus the lubrication advantages of this stuff is just astronomical. So I would highly recommend 9100, or any of Arch-Oil's products, I should say. So, you know, great stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to let this stuff continue draining, and we will come back when it's just about done. Alright, so while we're letting the oil finish draining out, we're going to go ahead and mix our Arch-Oil with the oil. I like doing it this way because you get a really consistent mix and an accurate one. So the directions for this is, for engine oil, you add 1.2 ounces of 9100 for every quart of oil. So this is a 5-quart container, so 1.2 times 5 is 6 ounces. So always shake this up, because I noticed if you just open it up, the color's a little bit different. And I think that's just because the additive package is kind of settled at the bottom. So just give it a quick shake. And when I did the benefits of Arch-Oil video, I think I overpriced this stuff a little bit. Like this was $22, so it's not terrible. So now we have exactly 6 ounces of 9100 in there, just like that. Now we're going to crack open our oil jug. This is 5W20, what the engine calls for. Now we're just going to pour it in. And let it all get in there. Alright, put our cap back on nice and tight. Go ahead and shake it around a little bit so it all mixes in there. And now we are ready to put some fresh, really good motor oil in here now. So now we'll just let that kind of sit there, do its thing, and then, yeah, so also I opened up the oil fill cap to vent it a little bit. I like to leave it closed when I'm draining it, that way it doesn't shoot out when I take the oil plug out. So I'm not really going to have that problem anymore, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ready to install that easy oil drain valve, and then next we'll put the filter on, all that good stuff. Alright, so oil's pretty much slowed down to a stop now, and so I'm going to get my little adapter here first. And then we're going to tighten it down, and then we're going to put the actual valve on. So, come in here. I'm going to lubricate this O-ring on the back of it a little bit. There's an O-ring right there on it. Just like that. Hopefully this thread's in. Yep, okay. Yep, the threads for the 2.3 oil pan are 1.5 by 14 millimeter. So, and you can see how that other drain valve wouldn't fit in there. So, and then I have a 1-inch socket here. Hopefully, yep, fits right around it. And I'm going to torque this to the factory recommended torque spec, which is 21 foot-pounds. There we go. And then wherever the valve went, there it is. Same thing, lubricate this O-ring since this is not going to be off for a while. Okay. And then I'm going to get my little adjustable wrench in here. And there we go. So now, whenever I change my oil, I can just lift up and turn, and this thing will just open right up. So, and then when you turn it, it locks right into place. So, I mean, one of the things I was worried about was this thing sticking out too far. And with some off-roading, I was really worried about snapping off. But, you know, that's actually pretty discreet. So, yeah, I'm really freaking happy with that. So, yeah, like I said, though, I will include a link to both the adapter and the oil drain valve on Amazon where I picked them up. Total, it was about $30 for both of them after shipping. So you might be able to save yourself a little bit if you order both of them at the same time, because I completely forgot that I have a recessed oil pan, so that one was on me. So now we're gonna do the usual and lubricate this O-ring, or gasket I should say, on the filter. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and thread our filter back on. And just hand tight's good, because that gasket in there will do its job once it heats up. So we are all done underneath the truck. So yeah, that's I'm really happy with that oil drain valve, you know, fitting properly and everything. So we will definitely see when I come back from Idaho in late March and see how or next time I do my oil at least, and see how it drains. So let's go ahead and fill some oil. All right, so I got the funnel in the truck, and go ahead and keep mixing my oil up here a little bit just to make sure everything gets mixed together nicely. And yeah, let's start pouring. And that's one of the things I love about Arch Oil is it's not like Lucas where it changes the viscosity of your oil. As you can see, it's still, you know, just like 5W20, like water. So the thing it does though is it basically attaches the Arch Oil basically attaches itself to all the mating surfaces inside of your engine. So it gives you what's called a solid boundary lubricant that it's really freaking hard to break through that barrier of lube. And under high heat and stress, I mean, is this thing a diesel? No. Is it pulling a 25,000 pound trailer? No. But I want this thing to last as long as I possibly can help it last, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna let this thing kind of settle towards the pan, and then we'll take a measurement and go from there. All right, so I just read it. We're just under max right now without starting it, so we're gonna go ahead and start it so we can get through the filter and through the entire oil system. And yeah, we'll let it run for about a minute or so. Prime the fuel pump. Love how my exhaust sounds in when it's cold. This Dynamax exhaust. She's no V8, but she sounds good. Let's see if that drain plug's leaking or not. She's buttoned up. Yeah, she looks good. All right, let's go ahead and kill her and check her again. Oh yeah, we need oil. Okay. Right there. This is right about the time where I'm really glad I don't have a 2.7 EcoBoost F-150 right now. Takes almost 30 minutes to get an accurate oil level reading on that fucking engine because the oil passages are so tight. But you know, I was talking to my instructors about that. You would think if the oil passages are that tight, why are they still running 5W30 oil? In my mind, you'd be wanting to run like 0W40 or 520, but I didn't make it, so I don't know. Because I mean, like my dad's Mercedes, that has extremely tight tolerances, and he's running 040. So, and I mean, I think this stuff's water. I mean, that stuff's, I mean, it's literally like pouring water into your engine. It's, the oil's that thin, and that's why I insisted that we put arch oil into his engine. So, right at max, looking good. Sweet. That is that's an oil change done the right way, and with that new nifty little oil drain valve. So while you're doing this, it's also a good idea to go ahead and, you know, check your tire pressures, make sure all your lights work, your hazards, all that stuff. You know, and just, you know, make sure she's roadworthy. So yeah, that's the oil change and the installation of that easy oil drain valve. And you know, hopefully it. Someone's calling me. So with that, I guess we'll wrap up this video. So and it's my girlfriend calling me. So hold on. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on?
Say hi to YouTube.
What?
Say hi to YouTube.
Why am I on the phone with you? Wait, what? Hi, you.
Just say hi.
Hi.
There you go. She says hi. So, all right. Comments, questions, leave them down below. Feeling generous, hit that like button. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll put the links to those drain valves down below. So, thanks for watching.